Tony Hawkins has got a podcast. I hope he's better at this than he is washing the kit, because he was fucking useless.
21.
21.
O2B again.
Oh, to be 21.
If I was half of what I am, which is still significantly more.
Got 8 to think. What I'd be. I'd be about 47.
If it sounds a bit different tonight,
Now we're in a new location.
we're in
Different
a
venue, Tony.
secret venue for one night only.
One of us is very ill.
One of us, yes, hasn't been able to leave the house. So the
Due
other
to
one,
the fact that we're not in my house, you can surmise
you
which
can
one of us
probably
is not well.
guess where you are, where we are.
Having
tonight.
said that, Tony, you've made an effort to come down the stairs.
Yes, with forewarning of a good 20 minutes, I could actually
I had
get
to
up.
ring you before I left Story. One side of Mountain Peace to the other.
Generally do need 15 minutes to get down my
Ah,
stairs.
he'll live, won't you? I hope, anyway.
Well,
If he doesn't live, there'll be a opening for in the
yeah,
new year.
there will be. Co-host wanted.
Yes.
Too
Hopefully.
soon? Too soon? I don't know.
Well, we don't know yet,
We'll
do we?
find out soon, won't we? Yeah. So, we've got a game to talk
We
about.
are, we?
Anything significant about that game?
Not really, no.
No.
We did one,
Yes.
which was that.
For the first time since, I think it's the 27th of September.
Is it really? Blimey.
Which sounds like a long time ago because it is.
It
was
is,
a long
it
time
is a long
ago.
time ago because it is.
That's basically the beginning of the season.
It is really.
It is. It very much is. I mean, that was our first win in 19, I'm told.
2019. It feels like it, doesn't it?
does, yeah. First win in 19. Oh, no, sorry, that was Oxford's first loss in 19.
Ah, right. Oh.
And our first league win in.
I'm just checking this
Something
computer
else.
again. Aye, we're alright.
Yeah. So, just go straight to the. What was it like after the game? Describe your feelings after the game.
I was happy we'd won. I thought we were good.
I thought we thought we were a better team. The
Yeah.
first 5 minutes, I was getting a little bit worried because I thought, I know they've got a depleted team, but they don't seem to have changed anything about the way they're going to play, which did surprise me at all. Knowing Carl as we do, there wasn't any reason for him to change the philosophy because he just gets different players to try and play the same way. He will choose players for particular games, as we know, but he hasn't really got a lot of choice of what he's got, he said. So yeah, the first 5 I was a little bit worried because I thought, oh, this isn't looking too good at all. And then after that, it was, I mean, it wasn't exactly the most exciting game of football.
No,
say that.
it was more exciting once we'd scored because,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think Nichols had a save to make. I can't remember him making a save.
he got into the team League One team of the week.
He did, yeah, which I think's a bit odd.
Well, considering they had one shot on target,
I can't even remember it, to be quite
not even
honest, you know.
unless at some point
Maybe it was a
he's
sympathy vote for us. I'll
Yes,
give it to him.
swapped shirts with someone we didn't notice, and then went on a
I'll give it
rampage
to him, they said.
up front or something. But
Mm.
no, I'm not sure why he got picked for that.
No, I don't.
Maybe these just proves that these teams of the week are shite and don't mean anything
Oh, they
because
just
no
picked
one
them.
ever complains about
No
them
one
when
ever.
their players are in them. So the fact that they made an obvious error there by putting Lee in, no disrespect to Lee,
No disrespect to Lee, he did keep a clean sheet, which
did
is
keep a clean
good,
sheet.
eh?
Yeah,
Another
of course.
one, which is
and,
good.
But no, I don't remember him having a save to make.
No,
and
I really don't.
The shot they had on target, I can't even remember that.
I thought their goalkeeper, Oxford's, I know he was like a emergency loan, but he was useless, that guy.
Yeah, he did look.
Really
did
was. He
look
didn't
new,
look very
didn't
good,
he?
did he? At all, you know. Didn't look like as if he knew what he was doing, really, which is a
Yeah.
drawback for a guy who plays in goal.
Well, it's usually one of the most important parts of
It is.
being a goalkeeper.
He's known what to do. He certainly didn't.
So
I don't know how long he'd been there. It didn't look like he knew anyone, you know. Or
no,
I mean, if he's
it's,
got
it's probably the most difficult position to come into for your first game because so many different people rely on you and you rely on them that it's going to be impossible to get it right straight away. But I mean, it took a while for us to get going. As I said, first 5 minutes I thought they were the better team, but then after that, once we'd started winning free kicks, and realising that the referee was going to give us everything. So I don't think Trevor Kettle is a big fan of Carl.
Ah, you think it was that?
Well, I have got this theory, which Carl used to trot out all the time, which was that we don't get decisions because we're Milton Keynes Dons.
Yeah, I asked him about that once.
Yeah,
and he denied that it was a problem.
Well, he did say that.
No, I'm not disagree. I've always been under that impression that is what happens.
Well, you would have thought so. There is a certain amount of logic to that. Turns out it's not about MK Dons. It's
about
Carl.
him. Yeah. Right. No.
So I was watching some of those free kicks, and I am convinced that Carl would have said to Trevor, the referee, he would have said to him, Trev, and Trev would have said,
Carl.
"All right, Robbo, you all right?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah." And he'd have said, "Don't forget the Louis." Yeah.
I was just going to say, what's that number
Don't
3?
forget the Louis. Right, because they'll be doing that.
Louis, did you see it?
Right in front of him as well.
He was laughing, wasn't he?
Rather than rant, which I thought was what he was going to do. He just went, knowing exactly what
it was funny.
what was happening.
It was hilariously funny.
It was. So he took that with good grace. But then we started getting pretty much everything we went down for. Then they didn't start getting anything at all. Any form of free kick whatsoever, it seemed. And I know that seems worse as they go one above, one on, one after the other, which did seem to be the case. But even as a home fan, I was somewhat surprised at the lack of free kicks that seemed to be at least as worthy as the ones that we were being given at the time. I don't know.
Someone asked me after the match, I think it was on that concrete roundabout rate the ref thing, and I said I genuinely thought he was alright. And then my mate Andy, he's going, "You liar," or something like that. So I guess while watching the match I was screaming and shouting that he was rubbish, but I can genuinely remember him as being alright, to be quite honest.
Well,
I can't
think,
remember
again,
him
as a home fan, because
that
no one's moaning about him, we assume he's good.
Yeah.
But I'm absolutely convinced the Oxford fans will be looking at it the complete opposite, because
fuming,
there were more than a few that I thought, well, if he's given us Louis, and they're doing Louis, they're not getting their Louis.
They ain't getting their Louis, that's a problem.
Yeah, and it was almost as if Louis did it on purpose.
I think he did.
Right in front of him.
He must have done.
And then didn't even... He didn't even have... He even had the balls to not look him in the face, if you know what I mean.
I thought he'd stood up and had a bit of a laugh with him.
No, he didn't. Louis never turned around and looked at him for that one. But yeah, it was very funny.
I thought it was quite funny that the Oxford fans are complaining about not being able to sit behind the goal. You think, I wonder who brought that in.
Well,
which manager was it that insisted that happened?
I mean, he changed his mind so often. It was...
He had them upstairs for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, they must go behind the goal for a better atmosphere. Yeah. Then it was they can't go behind the goal because this was after Sheffield United when they'd sold 6,500 tickets, and we stood at the warm up, and he's turned around and he's looking over at the away end, and he goes, "That's a fucking disgrace. That is. That's a fucking disgrace. 6,500 their fans right behind the goal, right behind Dave." Said, "That's a fucking disgrace. I'm going to do so." Well, it was your idea because it's better for the atmosphere. Well, not today. It's not, is it? So then they got moved upstairs. Now it's been all over the place in the corners.
Yeah, I didn't see them. They were on the other side.
They sold. I can't remember how many additional tickets they sold on
the
Saturday.
Day. Ah, right.
But I think it was quite near 1,000.
Really, as much as that? How many of them was there?
So there was
a couple of thousand, maybe.
It was just over 3,000.
Really?
Just over 3,000. They sold something like two in advance, but
that's pretty good.
Although they were sent additional tickets, they weren't. Well, they didn't ask for enough.
Yeah.
And I was sat in the box office from midday,
drinking
as you do. I was sat in the box office. Honestly, I must have served 10 people, all of them Oxford fans, buying for the away end. Because they couldn't get a ticket in advance. Now, obviously, there are deadlines on when we can send tickets and them to get there and the added costs and so on. But yeah, so that was a good turnout by them. But you expected, didn't you?
Yeah, about it's not far, is it? They're doing all right.
At least 2, maybe 3 in that sort of area. So
I don't know what they get at home. It can't be much more than that, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I didn't think so. And they didn't jeer the crowd either. Although they claimed that of the, what was it, 10,000 and
10,000
and
up,
31.
which I thought was all right.
10,031. Of that 10,031, there were only 3,000 Dons fans actually there.
Oh, real?
I did notice actually, Block 11 looked a bit sparse.
Well, my son wasn't there, so it's definitely...
Yeah, Block
he's got a
11 did
season
look a
ticket.
bit sparse, but no, I can assure you, I mean, it was roughly in the region of 7,000 home fans.
That was all right. Good turnout, I thought.
So you're looking at, what, 1,500, something like that, walk up.
That's good. Good for them.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it was, the weather wasn't great,
Can't
but...
remember now.
Well, it rained in the morning,
At all.
as I got absolutely soaked from head to foot.
I don't remember it.
Walking up to the bank, but there you go. So yeah, then we came out with a decent first half. We were sat in the bar, and I thought, well, that's all right. We had a half-time discussion about being invisible, over being 50.
No one can see you.
Being invisible,
Had
yeah.
that before, haven't we?
Yeah. So a few of the old boys then were recounting times where they've been privy to, bank robberies, and no one took any notice of them because they're over 50. Oh, he'd be all right. He's too old to worry about. All right, maybe not bank robberies, but
Stuff like that.
yeah, just like they're just not there. They're just not there, so they don't exist. We came back in, and I mean, it wasn't early. Was it 1658? 16? I can't remember what
I
time
can't
we
remember
actually
when
scored
it was.
it.
I know
But
it seemed quite...
again, going back to what I said last week and the week before, Mason, in a different way to Chuck's, is making his own goals a lot of the time. And he got that ball. He wasn't facing the goal. The defender probably gave him too much room.
Yeah.
He might have been a little bit lucky to get the ball the way he did, but his control was excellent. He turned on it, and he put enough power behind it to take the keeper by surprise.
Right. See, he wasn't great,
Again,
that keeper, but you can't take the goal away from him. It was
Probably 7 out of 10 other keepers would have saved that quite comfortably
I think
as well.
we were quite
May even have
fortuitous.
caught it.
Yeah, fortuitous that he was, he was the goalkeeper he was. But you never know. I mean, it was a good
But
shot.
it did. It went in.
It went in, and that was a goal to us.
We kept a clean sheet. We pretty much nullified their threat. Big old cheer when Rob Hall was taken off.
I forgot all about Rob Hall. My mate was saying, I wonder how that went when Robbo went there. How it.
Well, he said, I asked him,
went,
and he said, "Oh no, it's fine, it's fine." It was absolutely fucking fuming. It was more
bet he
fuming.
was.
I was very pissed off because I printed all this kit for
you
him.
didn't print all
The
your
very
shit and everything,
yeah.
did you?
I said,
Tony.
I'm not gonna do anything because I don't know if you're gonna be here. I said, but what's happening? He said, I'm signing 2 contracts, is what he told me.
Yeah, just none of them at Milton Keynes.
Well, he told me he's signing one for, a standard contract and one to see how this injury thing goes.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, what number do you want? He said 11. I said, right, I'll go and print all your kit now. So I went upstairs. It took me half an hour. Printed all his training kit, all his
Everything.
shirts,
Oh, mate.
the whole lot. Well, his shirts were already printed because obviously he was in the squad. So I printed all this training kit for him and brought it back downstairs. Didn't see him again after that. He
You not seen him since? Well, you've seen him Saturday.
I saw him on the pitch on Saturday, but no,
Blimey.
yeah, I wouldn't actively engage with him. Let's put it that way.
No, that was... Well, you don't know what happened,
Is
but
that what?
you're seeing that that's what happened then.
Yeah, he's a good player, and we were disappointed that he didn't stay. But again, it's one of those situations where that decision was entirely his, and obviously there was something going on that we didn't know about.
Didn't know about behind the scenes,
Because there's,
Peter Levin went there as well, didn't he? Well, I always thought that was an odd decision to go there above us in the situation we were in at the time.
Yeah, well, I was looking at that, and I was
Unless
thinking,
they offered the better contract.
it would have been more money at that point.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have been, but I think at the time I thought to myself, a bigger club, basically.
Well, we're a bigger club than them.
We are now,
Yeah.
but I would say that at the time we were at best on par with them in terms of crowds.
Nah,
yeah, I
still
think
we're
so.
bigger than them even then.
Yeah, did they have 4 sides to their ground then, or was it still? No, it was still only 3 then,
Got
wasn't
3
it?
now, haven't they? Unless they've not won, unless he took one with him when he went to Russia, or whatever it is. He won some sort of thing last week,
They
didn't he?
did. They won the
thing.
their
He
league
won.
thing. He won their
well,
didn't
good
he?
for him.
Weird.
Maradona
I just-
tweeted, well done, mate.
Just weird things
strange
that
place
happen
to
in
go.
football. It is.
Because he was at Kilmarnock for a while as assistant
Yeah,
manager, wasn't he? You used to
exactly.
see him on the telly all the time.
I don't. Yeah, it's just one of those. You look up, you think to yourself, "Oh, I wonder where he's playing now." And you
playing
Google
in
something, and
Barrels.
they're the national team manager of Gambia or something like
I
that.
think, oh, really?
Yeah, and he's probably been treated like a god because they beat Outer Mongolia.
Yeah, but like
For
you
the
say, at
first
the
time in
time,
8 years.
when he went there, I thought it was odd, but I mean, there isn't any loyalty in football. Anyone that says that this is
There's
up to date,
absolutely no loyalty in football whatsoever.
I mean, it was Dan McCallum that he was unbelievably disappointed when I explained to him once. I said, if you were to offer, I forget who it was, it was Carol Baker or something like that. And I'm going, he don't give a shit about us. I said, if someone was to offer him 50 pence like a week more, he'd be there like a shot, mate. I said, just don't pretend that they've got any loyalty to it. It broke little Dan's heart, it really did. I said, for God's sake, Dan, you don't believe all that crap, do you?
Here's a
Thumping your chest and all that.
Here's a boring but true
No, go on, is it
story.
If it's concerning Dan McCallum, it'll be boring, I know that.
It's concerning Carl Baker. I'm not sure if I'll have to cut this out or not. If I phrase it a certain way, I don't know. But Carl Baker, when he signed for us... Yeah, no, cut all that out.
Right,
that's
so that bit's cut out.
Yeah.
What we're talking about.
Yeah.
Something else that was cut out.
The how would we describe that?
We can't describe it.
Some of the less perilous moments of being a footballer. But, you know.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a short career. Now, where is he now? Not even playing football, is he?
Don't even know.
No.
Don't even know.
Not even know.
So, shall we go to the glorious and wonderful, as I've said last week, there is a reason why managers should always be interviewed immediately after the game, because it is a jamboree of screaming, shitting and pissing, and never one to disappoint.
No, he's certainly not disappointed this week, has he?
He hasn't. So I'll combine this with an email we've been sent by Matthew
Thornley.
So I'll do this in 2 parts because it's going to take a while to discuss this first one. From Matthew Thorne, gents, couple of questions following the brilliant win on Sunday. Thoughts on the following comments from Carl after the game. They will probably be singing from the rooftops and think they were good today. They weren't that good. 1 shot on target probably for both teams, and that went in. Look at the players we've got injured. These have cried for 3 months having 3 players out. A lot of teams do, but we've got on with it. Right, okay, so...
Well, I would say, Tony, that he's been somewhat disingenuous if he said they've got on with it, because even though I'm not a keen follower of Oxford, I always look at the opposition before we play them to see what he's said.
Yeah.
And he was whinging about having a load of players out, so it's okay for him to say that he wasn't complaining about it. He was.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he complained about everything when he was here.
And
but
he did when
he's
here.
your guy, you don't mind it, do you? To be quite honest.
But well, we did in the end, didn't we? That's injuries is one thing. Suspension's pretty much unforgivable, unless totting up of yellow cards could be accepted as a good excuse for someone missing a couple of games. But in general, all managers do it, so he's got no case there whatsoever. It's just the overall.
It's overall tone
the
of
overall
him saying
bitterness of it.
That he didn't
really.
think we were better than them because we
that
were better than them.
That shits all over what Mark Robbins said the other day.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, it does, crying because we put a good team out.
But it's the what use of certain words. These have cried.
Yeah.
These, have cried for 3 months having 3 players out. Well, it's not 3 players, is it?
No,
it's Healy, it's Nombe, it's JMT, and then on top of that,
the suspensions,
on and
George.
off with Reevesy. George
Reevesy.
himself has been out a couple of times. We've had Kieran Agard out.
It's not been 3.
There's a lot more than 3.
It's more than 3.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's 3 specifically that we were waiting a long time or really missed, which were Sam Nombe, who was only there because of injuries in the first place.
Yeah.
JMT and Reece Healy. I mean, Sam Nombe wouldn't have got a look in most likely.
He wouldn't have done
had it not been for the lack of any strikers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in him, but I'm not surprised at the same
I'm
time.
not surprised about that. He said that.
I'm not surprised, but I am a little bit disappointed because I would have thought, they do say, and footballers will agree, that you support the club that you play for, because how could you play for them otherwise? Players do have their team.
When I thought that he was being a twat, for want of a better word of putting it, is when he went to, where was it, Charlton?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I remember this, but I remember I either seen him being interviewed or I read his interview, and he's going something like, "Oh, I look in the mirror and I look at myself and I'm wearing a Charlton strip and I just think, we are Charlton," and all that.
Well,
and
his first interview,
idiot, mate.
There was a very poorly veiled sort of insult, which was basically, to paraphrase, along the lines of, it's nice to be at a real club with some history.
Did he say that? Cheeky
Not
bugger.
exactly those words, but when you put them all together and sort of sum it up, it's exactly what he said.
Fuck, you still can't. I get it, you're right with that, don't you, like? I still can't. I mean, they say what they like. I don't give a monkey's what he says, to be quite honest. I don't. See all this crap, I don't give a monkey's about that. I can slag us off, he's blue in the face. At the end of the day, he can say what he likes about us, but when you look back on that, you'll see Milton Keynes Dons won Oxford 0. That's the only thing
and
I'm
interested
in.
That we actually had more possession.
I was just going to say, I wonder what the possession stats.
I think it was pretty close. It was 50, 54.
Was it really? I'm
something
surprised
like that.
to hear that.
That did surprise me because, as we know, Carl's teams could win 7-0 with 70% possession, or they could lose 1-0 with 7% possession. So it was still a surprise to me, somewhat. That,
did you not see him after it? No.
No. I saw his wife.
Shame.
I didn't ask where he was, but yeah, 54-46. 54% possession. We had 17 shots on target. 17 shots. They had 13. Oh, actually, it says here we had 3 shots on target. I'm sure that said 2 the other day. Well, anyway, it says we had 3.
Remember, we're still playing.
7 corners to their 5, 14 fouls to their 26.
Blimey.
You're looking at it and you're thinking they kicked us all over the place, but I don't think it was quite like that at all. But no, but like you say, the only thing that matters is what it says there. MK Dons 1, Oxford United 0.
I don't give a monkey's what he says. I mean, he can say whatever he likes. He can't turn around and say, "Oh, these are a great team, I had a great time here," because how's that going to go down with all the knuckle drivers from Blackbird Leeds? They're going to be finding where he lives and setting fire to his car and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to,
Well,
But he was wrong in his assertion. We were the better team, We were better than them, even if it had been like a no-score draw.
Well, the thing is,
we would still have been the better team.
Just from the way he said what he said, I know that he knew we were the better team, because if he thought it was a bit dodgy, or if he did think they were the better team, he would have said so. But for him not to say that is basically he's saying, they were the better team. So you can read between the lines a lot with him about what he says. There's always a lot of pride in there, ego, massive
he's pride.
ego.
I mean, he's like, it must have been a blow to his pride, that coming back, especially when the shit state we've been in recently. I mean, we're getting better now, obviously.
Yeah, it's not a. It's not a. I mean, it's one game.
That's one game.
It's done. It's out of the way. But more importantly, it's the first win we've had since September in the league, and it's Russell Martin's first win, and it was done in a way based on the football philosophy that he's been telling us about the last few weeks.
He didn't have a tracksuit on either.
And he didn't have a tracksuit on.
He had a nice jacket.
He likes the old puffer thing. I know it's fashionable at the moment, but he does like that. I've got a couple. Have you got anything lined up? Because I've got one
I can't think, no.
Well, the whole 2002 formation of AFC.
Yes.
Then being formed after Wimbledon moved to Milton Keynes.
Yes.
Which the BBC has now seemed to have given up on for the last 4 or 5
They
years.
get bigger fish to fry the BBC, mate, at the minute.
So the Guardian are at it now.
Oh,
right. This is the two.
Is it David Cohn by any chance?
Probably. This actually, I could have a look, couldn't I?
Because I am a man who reads the Guardian every day, and I've read this.
Yeah, these paragraphs follow each other, right?
Okay.
So from the Guardian, at a meeting of the supporters, Don's Trust.
That is David Cohn.
Which has owned the club mutually since its formation in 2002. So that's quite clear.
Okay.
AFC was formed in 2002.
Got no issue with that, mate.
AFC Wimbledon had been an inspiration in the Supporters Trust movement since being set up as a supporter-owned club after Wimbledon were moved to Milton Keynes.
There you go. He's got a massive problem with us. That
I think
bloke.
I know who he is, actually.
He's a bald-headed guy. He turned up once. He was the guy. Remember we had a feature in the Guardian years ago. You might not remember it. You would. I think you were working at the club at the time. But he turned up and he interviewed Digger and he interviewed a few others and all that.
Yeah.
And he turned. I mean, the Guardian have got an agenda where we're concerned. They just, everyone does, don't they? It's as simple as that. Good. I mean, I've read the Guardian for, Christ, 40 odd years. It's just that's what it is.
David Conn,
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
And he's one of the better respected journalists. In fact, he's probably their highest respected football journalist that they've got. Because he's the guy that does all the investigative journalism.
He
hasn't done much investigating there, is it?
No. I mean, that's why I'm thinking it's being done deliberately to perpetuate the myth of AFC being formed. Because the more people realise that they were formed before Wimbledon were moved, then I'm not saying people will change their opinion. People should change their opinions. I don't really care, but
I don't give a monkey's. It's like what I'm saying about Carl says. He can say what he likes, that bloke. I don't give a monkey's what he says.
It's basic. It's the lowest common denominator.
There's no point in even trying to engage with guys like that and explain the situation because they're not interested. It doesn't fit their narrative, does it? That we're the bad guys in this.
If you could, I'm sure you could probably contact him and point that out.
Nothing would get done.
It wouldn't get done. No. He would probably just not mention it again.
No, he wouldn't. No. He's not going to point a correction or a retraction or anything. No one cares.
No. So. Basically. But that one's annoyed me because it's in the Guardian. All right, a lot of people do mock the Guardian, but it is a broadsheet and is looked on the core.
Tabloid size now.
Yeah, and it's made of paper still.
Yeah, well, you can buy it. Yeah, I must admit, I don't buy it now. I get it for nothing on the internet, so I've not bought it for years.
I thought you had to subscribe to it.
You can subscribe to a higher tier if you want to give them £5 a month. You can get a better access to their website, but I mean, I think just reading what they write is fair enough for me.
Now,
I read 2 newspapers, Tony.
2?
Online. I read the Guardian.
Yeah.
And then I read the Mail.
Oh.
I like to see both sides of the argument.
I thought you were going to say the Daily Record.
No. Oh no, I've got a massive problem with the Record. No, don't get me started on that Daily Record.
Oof. I know that I've let the boys off. With the media boys with this hassle they've been getting about the mistakes that have been spotted on the website.
There was another cracker this week, wasn't there?
But this one has actually made me chuckle.
Is this the one?
About the Southend tickets.
Oh yeah, I thought that's a bit expensive. I thought it's a little bit pricey.
Prices of the day go up to £225.
Quid, Tony.
From £22. That's.
Tell you what, I'm getting mine before I go. If I go, I'm definitely getting that before.
Good job. If you bought your train ticket in advance, well done, because that's an expensive day.
Expensive day out, that, Tony. Yeah. Save a few quid there.
So we need to discuss or work out. So we're not back now, are we? Until the.
This is not only the last podcast of the year; it's the last podcast of the decade, Tony.
Yeah. So I believe we'll be back on the 8th of January. Am I right?
What, we're recording then?
Yeah.
Or that's when it goes out?
No, sorry. We'll be recording on the 8th of January.
So this is the last one.
Yeah. So we'll be released on the 10th of January.
A week today for us will be Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks from today will be New Year's Day. So we can't be doing that.
So you'll be listening on the way to Coventry, most likely. Well, on the way to Birmingham.
Exciting, isn't it?
So we will be talking about. Are you ready for this?
Oh, is this all the games we got?
Yeah.
We're going to be missing. Go on.
Gillingham away.
Oof.
Southend away on Boxing Day.
Ooh.
We will need your reports from that one because I'm definitely, no matter what I've told myself, I am definitely not going to that.
You see that?
So send us your match reports.
That price, £225.
Well, exactly. If for that reason only. mkdonsradioshow@gmail.com. Send us your Southend reports. Gillingham away, Southend away on Boxing Day. 29th, which is the Sunday, home to Portsmouth.
Oh, good. Oh, that guy over there, we spell.
Yep.
He's shut off looking like an idiot.
New Year's Day, home to Bristol Rovers.
Oh, I like a New Year's Day game, me.
Yeah. It's weird though, isn't it? That they were always close together, aren't they? Because
What time's that kicking off at?
Don't forget. I know you probably already know, but Gillingham's actually at 1 o'clock. Although your ticket may have been crossed out and written 1 p.m. on it, but if it's not, it's definitely 1 p.m. kickoff.
Tired.
So yeah, Gillingham's 1 o'clock, and the Bristol Rovers game on New Year's Day is 3 o'clock.
Good.
So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 games.
I remember this time last year when we came back, we had a load of games to talk about.
Well, we would have had an extra one on the 4th of January, Burton away,
Yeah.
but that's now not happening because they're in the next round of the FA Cup.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have 4 games to talk about anyway. 3 home games.
Something to look forward to.
2 home games, 2 away games.
Yeah, make some notes.
Yes, we will have some
We'll
notes.
only miss one, won't we?
And also, just in case I don't go to Gillingham because of my
Your
current
illness predicament.
physical predicament, send us your match reports anyway, mkdonsradioshow@gmail.com. Even if you do see me there, still send us your match reports because I might be delirious
If you do
from
see
the
him,
amount of
don't go
drugs
near
that
him.
I'm taking at the moment.
Don't look at his leg.
Yeah, don't look at my leg. Don't look me in the eyes. There's no telling what could happen. So we get some predictions for those 4 games
Oh,
quickly?
blimey.
4 in a
Saturday, I
row.
reckon we'll win Saturday.
I'm going to go a comfortable, because we've just won a game,
Yeah.
and it always seems to happen in football, 2-0 win.
Yep, I'm making...
Southend, Boxing Day.
I'm going 3-0 to us, because they're in a shit state, aren't they? Them?
I've got a
Maybe
feeling
even 4.
my usual 2-0 might actually be a little bit overly pessimistic.
I think.
Do you know, I'm gonna say 5-0.
Yeah, I'm going
Because
4-0 for that.
I think we could let loose, and if Sam Nombe's
And I
back,
reckon Sam will be back,
yeah,
won't he?
if he's not back for
David
Gillingham,
Casimo's signed an extension on his contract.
oh good lad, because he was in the squad originally, wasn't he, on Saturday, Sam Nombe? But
He was. Did he not just
so
sit
he played
on
an hour, didn't he, in the
in that
under
game
18 single
yesterday?
with
Yeah.
Cambridge? He played again yesterday,
He
didn't he?
did, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, I think it was just like a cold or something, or some
Yeah.
illness anyway.
Oh, good for him.
So Gillingham, we've both, or you went 3-0, did you?
No, Gillingham, I thought 1-0.
1-0, I'm going 2-0. You say 3-0 or 4-0?
4-0.
4-0. I'm going 5-0 Southend. I'm going. Yeah, we're on a roll now.
No, we
Then
know.
home to Portsmouth, 29th.
Portsmouth. Where are they at the minute? Are they kind
They're actually struggling.
Are they really?
They can't buy a win, I don't think.
at home between Christmas and New Year? I don't know what to say there. I'm going a cautious 1-0 for us.
A cautious 1-0.
Yeah.
Portsmouth they've won 7, drawn 7, lost 5.
Oh, right.
I think they're on a pretty poor run at the
Classic
moment. If I can
mid-table
remember
team
rightly.
then, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm going to go. It's at home, isn't it? So I'm going to go 2-0.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2. And I'm genuinely saying that. No, I'm saying it because I'm always going to say 2-0. And then Coventry away at Birmingham.
It depends if we put a strong team out, to be quite honest.
Well,
He's not going to be happy, that bloke.
if we do, we'll only upset him again.
Don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Obviously, he should give us some sort of leeway to try a little bit harder because it's a league game.
I reckon I'm going 2-0 to us there.
I'm going 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
So, overall,
that's
I think that's 11
Cracking
11 goals, none scored, none conceded, and 10. 10 and none conceded. No,
right.
8 and none
I'll be
conceded.
happy if we even get half of that, to be quite honest.
This prediction goes so easy, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It really is.
We should take up the old management us. On the old betting. Get nothing.
Oh dear. So that's it then, is it?
I think that's us for the new year.
Right, so don't forget, plenty of games to watch over the break. MK Don's radio show at gmail.com for your match reports or anything at all. Let us know how the Oxford result made you feel and how the others, even if you've got not a match report, just anything to say, let us know what you think.
When we come back New Year, there'll be a load of emails for someone. I'm telling you.
We better have. And if you want to be a guest in the new year, we're going to try and do. Well, it's up to you, boys and girls. If you want to come on the show, you only have to ask. We don't know. You know, some people are embarrassed or scared or nervous.
Don't be embarrassed.
Like the kid from Don's Actions, shaking like a shitting dog.
Not the one that just never spoke.
Like a shitting dog, yeah. But he done all right. I mean, once he got the colour back in his face. And,
He was fine.
yeah, so it can be a bit nerve-wracking, but if the thing is, once you start talking about something you enjoy, you've got a passion for, it becomes second nature. It's really easy. So maybe take the plunge,
because you never know. You could be a decent guest, like everybody else has been in the past.
We have, yeah. So I think that's us then. So
yes, indeed.
Just remains to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes.
Yep. Oh, that reminds me.
No, Tony,
do you remember Bob did us?
Oh, I'm going to put it in at the end. I've already thought about that.
He's done us another one.
He never has.
He has.
Oh,
yeah.
Tony.
Now I'm going to play it now because I know you've not heard it, right?
I've not heard
but
that.
I want to hear your reaction straight off the bat.
Okay, I'm ready.
So he's texted me earlier, and he said, "I've been rehearsing this for you for the podcast, mate. I've been learning this. This year." And this tune really is a good one for Christmas. Right?
Oh, right. Oh.
Now the quality of the recording is not great.
No.
So,
but
he's probably still going to do another one, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to play it. We can redo this if we need to, but the quality isn't great, so it might not be too loud. So we'll have to have silence in the room, please. Thank you. I'll press play, shall I?
Press play.
Okay.
That's better. I'll be blunt, me, Tony. It's really quiet.
Wait.
Close to the microphone. Holy shit! That's is that a recorder?
I don't even know what the song is. Can you work out what the song is?
God knows. I'll be honest with you, Tony. The one he done last year was a
bit
better than that.
It was. I mean, obviously, we'll leave it up to the. We'll leave it up to the critics. The public can decide which one they prefer.
Because if I can find last year's song, I'm going to play it instead of the outro music. If I can find it. But you'll have to go some to beat that.
Yeah.
So that's us. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone.
And enjoy.
And a big thanks to everyone that's listened this year. Thank you very much. We'll see you in 2020. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you hanging up the stockings on the wall? Is the time that every Santa has a ball? Does he ride a red-nosed reindeer? Does a ton upon his sleigh? Do the fairies keep him sober for a day? So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. Are you waiting for the family to arrive? Are you sure you've got the room to spare inside? Does your granny always tell ya that the old songs are the best? Then she's up and rock and rolling with the rest. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. What will your daddy do when he sees your mama kissing Santa Claus? Are you hanging up the stockings on the wall? Are you hoping that the snow will start to fall? Do you ride on down hillside in a buggy you have made. When you land upon your head, then you've been slain. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun.